Hello and welcome to Crypto Invest TV. I'm your host, X8, followed by the Underdoge, and let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and just start off briefly going over the market. As you all know, we were seeing quite the dip on Bitcoin today. We went from 39 to or we went from let's see, let me bring this back a little bit. We started the day off at about 38,000, and now we're sitting at about 35.4. So a pretty tremendous drop for Bitcoin. Going over to Ethereum, we can see that we started the day off at 2369, dipped all the way down to 2137, and are currently sitting at 2200. As we all know, those future contracts are supposed to be ending here in the near future, and with that, we all know that if it's below 2100, we could start to see some negative things. If it's above 2100, then we could see things really begin to explode for Ethereum. Um, Going over here into BNB, we see that they started the day off at about $357, dropped down to 327, currently sitting at 334.
Whoa. This market's looking pretty bad right now, man.
Yeah, we took a pretty nasty dip earlier today. There was some more FUD from what I understand, and it's kind of funny. It's just like the good news comes out and pretty much almost nothing happens, and then a little bit of bad news comes out that might not even be factual, and the market just plummets. So it just really is really showing
Well,
you that the
what's
influence
this?
out there is causing some issue.
What's the FUD? I've actually been pretty busy myself today, so I haven't really had, very many chances to actually delve in on some of the information that of like what the FUD might be today, or you know what I'm saying. I've had a lot of things on my plate today, so let's talk about what this FUD is. What happened that made this market drop like this?
I mean, honestly, I don't really know. There wasn't really much explanation for it. I do know that I believe it was Michael Burry. I think it was. Uh,
Michael, yeah,
he was
who's Mike?
saying, that there was a that he's saying that we're about to see the mother of all crashes. There's big shorts to come. Just basically, I'm feeling like maybe that's one of the reasons why we're seeing, the negative space going on through here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I see a article that just came out about an hour ago from independent.co.uk. Uh, Big short investor Michael Burry is back on Twitter and cautioning against market bubble. So pretty much he came on. It says the big short investor Michael Burry returned to Twitter after deleting all of his posts to warn cryptocurrency and meme stock investors that the mother of all crashes could be on its way, costing them tens of millions or trillions of dollars. Uh, he made his name by betting against the housing market after predicting the catastrophic economic collapse in the late, whatever that word was. I think they're misspelling a lot of crap on this thing. Some of these words don't look right. But yeah, so this guy, okay, so I guess what he's trying to do is come in and tell people that, hey, the market's going to crash. You're losing money. Better get out while you can. And so people are probably panicking and selling faster than they should. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly why it is that we're seeing that.
Well, I mean, for today, I mean, but what really blows my mind is that these people like this really have so much influence over people's investment decisions. Like, to me, that's asinine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's crazy how we've been staying in such a oh, wrong chart. Sorry about that. It's crazy how we've been staying in you know, basically, this is what where we've been at. This is what we've been looking at. Over the past month nearly. It's just I don't know what to say about it, man. I mean, we got all the way up to that 41.3, and then just essentially ended up plummeting back down. Uh, you know, from there, it's just like every time we get to a certain point, we're plummeting down. Now, here's the thing I will say: um, if we don't go below 35,000, then we could see down in, like let's say over here towards the 27th, we could start to see a lot more of an upside. It just really depends, where we stay at. You know, if we can stay at that 35,000 range, or a little bit below it or a little bit above it, so long as we can stay in that range of 35,000, we could see something like how we did before over here on the 12th through the 13th. We could end up seeing something like that where, we just kind of bounce up and down for a little while, and then come maybe the 21st, so this coming Monday, we could see, ourselves start to go back up, just kind of like how it was last weekend, right? We were expecting things to be pretty dirty last weekend, and they, you know, um,
Well, see, here's one good thing to keep in mind too about investments right now. People that are investing, if they're working during the weekend or during the week, they might spend some time later on in the night investing and messing around, fiddling around here and there. But the weekend is their playtime for the most part. So I feel like there may be a lot more money that goes into the markets on the weekends. Occasionally you obviously have your day traders and stuff like that in the mornings and whatnot, etc. with stocks too. On top of that, but I just feel that there might be a little more free time on the weekend, so we might see some more money come into it throughout the weekend, like and maybe see a uptrend on Monday, like you were talking about. It's really hard to predict though, man, because right now 35 and we touched down on 33 today, like Dogecoin touched down on like 29 or 28 today, so that was kind of whoa. Like, is it going back down? Like, I'm not selling, obviously, but should I go all in? And that's kind of where a lot of people are sitting at, but I don't see a lot of people investing. Like we were talking about last time, I just see people being more cautious where they're putting their money right now.
right.
Either that or they're just dumping thousands of dollars into these altcoins that are popping up everywhere on Binance right now. So
Yeah, Michael Crypto says he thinks people are starting to look for better alternatives. For example, XDC. So I went ahead and I pulled them up on Coin
yeah,
Market Cap.
that XDC is a nice one. I got a friend.
Well, here's the
Uh,
thing. You're about to
yeah,
you're about to
Michael.
see something.
Michael's been pushing XDC on me for a couple days now, and I just don't have the extra money to really invest at the moment. I got a lot of things coming up, so whatever profits I do have, I might have to skim some here in the next couple of days. So it's just I've been really cautious, and I got to save, whatever money I do have on my trust wallet in Binance token for the giveaways that I've been conducting. So
So listen to
just
this. It says that the Zinfin community plans to terminate the contract of ARC 20 tokens XDCE on the 31st. Wait, that's old. I don't even know why that's still I don't even know why that's still up. But so you know, this Zinfin, if I'm pronouncing that properly, it has like a 2.5 billion dollar market cap right now, sitting at half a cent, under half a cent, no, over half a cent. My apologies. Uh, yeah, I mean, definitely a project to look at. Let's go ahead and see what they've been doing for the past 7 days. Well, they've definitely been trending up in comparison to trending down like a lot of these other more known cryptos have been doing.
Yeah, I've been looking into the XDC charts. He's been sending them to me on Twitter. And they're really nice, man. They're really doing some things. And I definitely appreciate him sending that to me. I just haven't been able to invest. I've just been I've got a few coins and few tokens that I have invested in, just haven't had the extra couple of dollars to put into the XDC project.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll look at how Vet's doing today. I mean, we're just gonna, trail
Now,
across some of
Vet,
these. Yeah.
VET, baby, yes.
Well, they're
That's
currently sitting at about they're sitting at just under 10 cents right now.
that, that is a buying opportunity if I ain't ever seen one. VeChain at 9 cents is, oh man, that's beautiful. That's when I bought in. It's 9 cents, and then like a month or so back, 9 cents, and then I got in at about 8 cents when it took a dip, and then it shot up to 23 cents right after that. So, I think I don't see anything bad with this chart, to be honest with you. I just see a lot of people are panicking, so they might be taking some profits, getting out of the market, maybe. I just don't see that it's going to be dipping down lower. I see it kind of going towards an uptrend right there on the tail.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I mean, I think a lot of these altcoins are going to end up doing a lot better off um during these low markets in comparison to, like, say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. I think all these plummets are going to I think all these big capped coins are just not going to be able to handle themselves well. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why we're seeing USDT coin on the top of the charts. They've taken third in the
What, US
market.
dollar token?
Yeah, they've taken the number three spot in the
What coin
coin
cap?
market cap. Yeah. Here, I'll go
Or
ahead and I'll bring
did
it
you
up real fast.
see that the other day, that hold token I was talking about,
Mm.
token hold?
Oh
They were
yeah.
number one trending in the search.
Oh yeah. I know
Yeah.
they were people were really checking them out. But yeah, I mean, luckily I would say Dogecoin's still been maintaining in the top 10. It's been staying between 5 and 7 primarily. Um,
Well,
you know,
Dogecoin's always going to be in the top 10. I don't care what anybody says. If it drops below the top 10, that's just because uh, someone's going to be spreading FUD amongst the community. Either that or just something is going to happen that, might go wrong with the project. I don't see that happening, but it's a possibility. You never know. You can't predict what's going to, what could happen and what can't happen. Uh, Anything can happen. So let's just keep an open mind. But at the same time, Doge is like one of the
well, we'll get
best.
more into Doge later on near the end of the show. We don't want to skip too far ahead, but we'll go ahead and just push on forward into Dot real fast. just as the last market check, and they dropped from 22 at the beginning of the day, essentially down to 2021. They're currently sitting at 21.11. Honestly, I would say that they really hadn't taken too heavy of a fall in comparison to some of these other ones. In the regards of then recovering behind it, um, it just seems like they're kind of a bit more on an uptrend in comparison to you know ADA, VET. See how Bitcoin is feeling right now. They're doing about they're kind of staying flat right now. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and I think we'll push forward into our next topic, which was Hive.
Yeah,
There was a little bit of news about Hive today. Uh,
I love Hive. Hive is awesome. Hive's a really great platform. Web 3.0 decentralized platform. The thing is awesome. No, if you guys aren't into it and haven't checked it out, check it out.
yeah, so there was a little bit of news today with Hive, and they were talking about how they I'm sorry, Hive has been on the Nasdaq since I think it was 2017. I guess maybe it's currently under private, I imagine, because it still hasn't become a public offering.
No,
Um,
that's false. That's false. I have stock in Hive blockchain.
oh, do you?
You can purchase stock in Hive blockchain. It's public. You can
It's on
definitely purchase
Nasdaq.
it. It's on the Nasdaq. Yeah,
Okay.
I have Fidelity. I have a stock brokerage account with Fidelity, and I actually purchased a stock, one share, I think one or two shares in Hive. It was about like $2 or $3 at the time. I want to say it was. I
Yeah,
don't know. It was about a month ago. So,
yeah. When I
um,
looked, they were sitting at I think it was like 260 or something like that.
okay, so they really haven't done too much on the stock itself.
No, but
Uh,
they did release saying that they might be releasing more shares of
which
the.
that's a good thing though, in a sense. That could be a good thing because then that draws more investors to the project, for one. For two, it could also benefit the holders of the shares, you know. If they actually release shares, they could do a reverse split, which would work in the investors' favor. There's, two different types of reverse splits. You can do a reverse split to where the company benefits, or you could do a reverse split to where the investor themselves benefit. And what you would do is you would do like a 4-for-1 or a 10-for-1 or whatever crazy number you want to come up with for one, right? So if the investor holds one share and the company decides that they want to offer, 10 shares to you for your one, so now you will have 11 shares. They're going to add 10 shares to you for holding, then now
Oh,
you get,
Michael
you would
says
get 10
he's off to
shares.
bed. So we'll see you later.
All right,
Michael,
take
have a
care.
great one. But you
Well,
were saying
yeah,
now?
if you being a holder of the share and the company decides that they want to, give extra shares in the reverse split, and I could be wrong about this reverse split, it just might be a split, but what would happen is they would give the shareholder extra shares, right? So if they're like, okay, well, we're going to give out more shares, and either they're going to give out more shares or release more shares, and it be to the shareholders themselves, or it be to the market, so that way they can attract new investors as well, or more investors. But this could be a good thing. It could work out for the shareholders that are holding stocks, and it could be a very good thing to attract more money to the stock itself.
Yeah, most certainly. I think it just kind of depends on how they end up going about it, right? If they choose to do, sorry, if they choose to, sorry about that. If they choose to, not really do anything other than just release shares, then it's going to end up, just causing dilution. But I imagine that they're smarter than that. I don't think they're just going to release shares and then just dilute their own stock price.
I've seen companies do that though in the past, doing research on certain stocks where the company would credit the holders extra shares, and it doesn't hurt the stock price at all, actually, because then it actually entices these people to actually maybe even want to spend some more money. Even the ones that are receiving those extras. But Hive blockchain is sitting at 305 right now. The stock itself, it says it's on the CVE, but I have it on Fidelity, and I didn't have to pay no foreign tax. Usually, if it's on the foreign market, you have to pay like a foreign tax to buy the stock. There was one I tried to buy a while back. They wanted me to pay $55 foreign stock fee. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to pay that, right?
Right.
And the reason being is because I don't know what that stock's going to do. Granted, in the talks, it was supposed to go to $90 to $100 a stock, but you never know. I bought some other stocks that were supposed to, that were penny stocks that were supposed to go to a couple of dollars a stock, and they're still way under even a penny right now still. So it's like you never know what's going to happen. People just say stuff. You can't. No one controls the market really, unless you're holding a fat majority of the money that goes into and comes out of the market. But too many hands in the markets right now to control a market.
Yeah.
But I see the stock doing really good things because Hive is up to some really good stuff. So Hive is definitely doing really good stuff. I really like what they got going on, and I actually write articles on there on one of their I'm not exactly sure if it's like a website. It's a DApp, right? Obviously, it's a decentralized application with inside of the Hive blockchain. It's called Peaked, PEAKD.com. Sorry about that. And it's actually pretty sweet. It's a little intricate to set up at first when you're like putting your Hive wallet in, and you got to like put down all the stuff and save it. And just the process itself is just a little tedious and confusing at first. It can be for people who have never used it. So other than that, don't let it scare you, because that whole entire blockchain and platform is absolutely amazing. There's so much stuff you can do with Hive. So once I feel that everybody realizes how many things you can do and the things that you can do with Hive and inside of the blockchain, I think the stock will climb and Hive will get more attention where it should.
Yeah, I think it's undervalued and it's underrated right now. I think later on we can see them really start to come out on top and start to really see you know a lot more media attention, right?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Like they were trying to market it to Mark Cuban, I believe, a couple months back, and I'm not sure if he picked up on it or not. But there's like a lot of stuff that you can do with inside of the app, or with inside of that blockchain. There's a bunch of stuff like Leo Finance and Hash Kings has a whole entire platform in there that you can do all sorts of stuff on. Play games, win NFTs. There's so much stuff. Like you can actually even create your own token on the Hive blockchain and like tip out your community or even turn it into a currency within the Hive blockchain. Like there's a lot you can do.
Yeah, they're pretty versatile to say the least.
Yeah, extremely versatile and underrated and undervalued is an understatement.
So I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the third topic, Goldman Sachs. So apparently, here's something off of Cointelegram. Um, Goldman Sachs to offer Bitcoin futures trading in partnership with Galaxy Digital. Goldman Sachs has debuted a Bitcoin futures trading product for its clients in collaboration with crypto investment giant Galaxy Digital. According to CNBC, the move marks the first time the Wall Street's bank has partnered with digital assets based liquidity provider Galaxy Digital co-president Damien Vanderwilt, hope I said his name right, said the company offered a gateway to the crypto space, allowing a tightly regulated entity like Goldman to offer crypto-related investment products. Goldman will reportedly be offering CME Group Bitcoin futures for its clients, marking another expansion of its recently established crypto trading desk. The move follows swiftly on the heels of an earlier announcement by the bank about debuting Ether futures and options. For Vanderbilt, Goldman offering BTC futures trading will help to onboard more institutional investors into crypto investment space, which the Galaxy executive argues will help reduce price volatility. Now, there's something that I actually want to say uh, about that right there. About how they say that when institutional investors come in, that we can see the lessening of of volatility, and I think we're actually kind of looking at that wrong. And the reason why I
Yeah,
say that is because
the
as
opposite.
as institutional investors have been getting in, we've been seeing the price be driven down, and it's because they want to get in at that lowest price possible and then sell to, their clients at a higher price. So I think
Exactly.
saying that volatility is going to go away, the more I will say this, like 10 years down the road from now, yeah, most certainly, because at that point society is going to be so heavily integrated with crypto, that the volatility is going to have a different type of pattern.
Well, see, also too, you got to bring into play. Remember how Binance coin or Binance's platform, the actual Binance, not Binance US, right? Binance Global, and all the global platforms have stock tokens that track these stocks as well. So if you don't want to invest in the stock market, but you want to invest in cryptocurrency, you can just turn around and invest in these stocks or these cryptocurrency tokens that track the stock. The same thing as investing in the stock in a sense, right?
Right.
So I just see a lot of the mixture of the two markets coming into play right now, especially with this. With Goldman Sachs hooking up with Galaxy, I mean, that's a pretty big move, pretty big, bold move. That's awesome. Because if you don't know or haven't, done your research, not you, but anybody watching or listening, a couple weeks ago, months ago, I should say, a bunch of companies, actually in September, one of the first companies that applied for a Bitcoin ETF back in like September, and I think it got okayed in like December of last year in 2020, and then a ton of companies in like April, right around the end of March, in the beginning of April, were applying for Bitcoin ETFs through the SEC. The SEC was coming out saying that they were astronomical, receiving astronomical requests from different, smaller stockholder companies or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like Fidelity and all these big ones, Charles Schwab and XA Splee and so far and so forth, right?
Right.
And so I think that this is really a good move though for the stock market too, and crypto. Once they intertwine with each other, I think that it's going to be a never-ending, obvious up and down roller coaster type of deal because we'll never be able to predict exactly what the market's going to do, but. Galaxy's good. Galaxy's a good company. I don't know if you've been following Mike Novogratz at all, but I have for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I own some of his stock actually in Galaxy Digital, and they're actually on fire. There's just one thing I didn't really get down with what he was talking about Dogecoin, so. He was just kind of dissing Dogecoin and dissing the use case of it. So I didn't like that too much, but he's a very intelligent man, very smart businessman, knows what he's doing. Galaxy Digital is a great company, and I see nothing but good things for this, collaboration between Goldman Sachs and Galaxy Digital.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing right here, I think that's a great thing. I think that's something that we do want to see. The only thing I don't want to see is I don't want to see any more of this manipulation, right? I don't want to see any more of this nonsense going on where one day we're given FUD from one of these major companies, and then the next day they're essentially singing its praises. I'm just getting really tired of the flipping back and forth. Just to
Yes.
and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying about like this whole FUD thing is that it's just becoming it's becoming old, and that's why you're beginning to see we were beginning to see that closing of the gap,
Yeah.
from the highs and the lows.
Yeah, I would have to agree, man. 100%.
So I mean, it's really up to them on whether or not they actually want to see this see crypto become successful or not. It we have a big part in it, but retail investors, if we don't have the big money to put into it, then these institutions are going to scare us out of it, and it's one of the reasons why you just got to make sure that you're understanding what's going on with the market.
Well, another thing too is that if people are scared to invest in crypto, it's another thing that's good about these Bitcoin ETFs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that not only is it just only Bitcoin, I see you got GreyScale up next, right? So that's the next topic, which is freaking perfect because that's exactly what we're talking about right now is GreyScale almost, right? The GreyScale Trust, they got a lot of stuff. Ethereum, Litecoin. I believe they even implemented a Dogecoin in a Polkadot. I believe they also did Polkadot, and they're like putting ETFs on almost all the crypto coins that are out there. GreyScale is, if I see like that's your next topic that we have to talk about. So, I mean, I figured why not? If we're talking about Bitcoin ETFs, might as well roll right into it, right?
Yeah. So here's something that came up uh, earlier today for me was DeFi focus. So Grayscale exploring 13 more crypto assets for its trusts. Institutional asset manager Grayscale has announced 13 more assets are currently under consideration for the site. Uh, um, revealed on June 18th. The prospective assets mainly represent the decentralized finance sector. And you can kind of see over here in this tweet, we have ETC, Filecoin, Zen, Litecoin, Live Peer, Stellar Lumen, Zcash. That's Zcash and Stellar Lumens. That's something that people have really been talking a lot about. I just heard about Zcash actually earlier today.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet thing, man. I've been into GreyScale, but when they first launched, it wasn't really that expensive to buy into the Ethereum ETF, right? But then, like, when I first realized that there was an Ethereum ETF, I was like, oh, dang, let me go check it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a little out of my price range at the moment. However, though, it would still be a good investment to get into. Obviously, that list of coins is pretty phenomenal for, having so many companies trying to apply for ETFs for, like Bitcoin tracking and stuff like that, right? And then you got GreyScale over here who's got that long list of trust funds for these X amount of currencies, which is awesome. It's cool to see them that they got one on XLM too, because I really like XLM.
Yeah, I'm invested in XLM as well.
I have a little bit. I don't have too much. I actually need to buy some more, but I really like the project. I really do. I think it's a good project. I think it has a bright future.
See featured products: GreyScale Filecoin Trust.
See, that's
Let's go ahead and explore all of their products.
see, and if I were them, I would at least offer one that involves all of them together. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? Kind of like how we have like the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, the
Yeah, or
Dow.
some, yeah, something like that. S&P 500 or something like the ARK ETFs. Where you get all these, large cap or micro cap businesses all in one, and you're invested in all those companies while you invest in that ETF, as opposed to having to put money in all those companies, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I would like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty interesting. Grayscale Trust
And they got a
for Stellar
Horizon.
Lumens. They say trailing for 12 months, it's at a 315% increase.
Ooh, dang. I see they had a Horizon one up there. Scroll up a little bit.
Yep, Horizon Trust.
Yeah, what were they saying on that one?
Uh, I think they were saying the 1 month trailing was at negative 29%. The 3 month is up by 45 cents, and then 45 cents, 45%, and then trailing for 12 months is up by you know 989%.
Man, yeah,
They're
that's
currently
awesome.
shares and holdings are sitting at about $75, we'll say. And then it got all the way up to looks about 140 is what it's looking like.
That's awesome because Horizon is a very good project. I really like Horizon. I really do. They have a really smooth network. They've surpassed Bitcoin and Ethereum in the amount of nodes that are on the face of Earth in their network.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning fast. Lightning fast. A good network.
Yeah, I mean, I think Grayscale is something that you know investors should pay attention to.
Most definitely. The only thing that pushes people away is that it's created by a hedge fund, So that's the only thing that people are kind of like, it's created by the wealthy class. But
Well,
whatever.
I mean, I can understand that.
Sometimes it takes the wealthy class to create things like that.
Right. I follow what you're saying, man. Uh,
Sometimes us little investors don't really have the money like that to make things happen. So, they got the money and they got the power and they make it happen and you can get in, then whatever. Get in.
mm-hmm. So another article that I had seen earlier today, and I know that all of them are coming off of Coin Telegraph, but I mean, it's just the simple fact is that this is, really they're the only people that you can get some of this information from, in comparison to like larger,
CoinDesk, CoinDesk is a good one too.
yeah, CoinDesk as well.
Yeah.
So banking giant BBVA debuts Bitcoin trading and custody for Swiss clients. Up here it says BBVA Switzerland will soon begin offering Bitcoin trading to private banking clients while not providing any adversary services on crypto investments. I'm not going to even try on that. But Spain's second largest bank is set to offer Bitcoin trading and custody services in Switzerland. According to the release issued on Friday, BBVA Switzerland will begin Bitcoin trading for all private banking clients interested in crypto assets from June 21. This initial crypto trading service is only for Bitcoin, but the bank says it has plans to extend to other cryptos, so that most likely means that we'll start seeing them come out with one for Ethereum, ADA.
So is that the stock ticker then? BBVA?
No, no.
Oh,
They're that's just that's the abbreviation of their bank.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Banco Bilbao. I'm not gonna even try. Okay. Um, as a part of the announcement, BBVA Switzerland revealed that the Bitcoin trading service will take part of the bank's asset investment catalog for private banking clients. Thus, customers will be able to view
Yep.
the performance of their Bitcoin positions alongside the rest of their portfolios.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That makes sense. Sorry, I thought that the BBVA part was a stock ticker. So I thought that was like a new Bitcoin ETF coming out in Switzerland. That's all I thought.
No, it's actually a bank.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, whatever. Kudos to them, right? That's pretty gnarly, I guess.
Well,
So
I mean,
that.
it's showing that banks are becoming more aware of the lucrativeness of crypto.
JP Morgan set that pace though.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
When their bank came out and said, "Hey, guess what? We're moving over to crypto, and guess what? We're offering salaries in crypto. Oh, and guess what? We created our own crypto. Oh, and guess what? We have a card that you could use to buy and sell with crypto." Like what? All right, J.P. Morgan, you guys sure as hell hit the ground running. And they set the pace for a lot of these banks and a lot of these institutions right now.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely they were one of the first majors to come out, and
Yeah, definitely. Especially
you.
with their own coin too, though. The JPM coin or whatever it is.
Mhm.
To me, that's pretty awesome. Now I'm not sure if that's traded on markets or exchanges, or if it's just like a authentic currency that they give to their employees, and it's only privately traded or something. Like in like private dark pools is what they call them. You can trade in dark pools where people will add, millions of dollars of liquidity, and then you trade, certain coins that they allow in these dark pools.
Right. I just think it's just another testament to what's going to be going on down the road, the future to come, right? Uh, Go ahead and we'll move on to our third topic, which was actually something rather interesting. This crypto platform says it can transform the way that we shop. Widening economic inequality is a global issue, but this crypto app aims to deliver fair outcomes for customers while they shop. App says that it offers crypto rewards for shoppers who make purchases at some of the world's best known e-commerce platforms, including eBay, Amazon, uh, Lazada, Best Buy, Nike. Inevitably, one of the downsides of indulging in a little bit of retail therapy every now and again means that you're left with less cash after splashing out on a brand new pair of jeans or some headphones. Social Good Foundation Incorporated, the operating company behind Social Good, says that it aims to change the status quo and end a vicious cycle that means many everyday customers struggle to amass savings, irrespective to their hard work. The social good team has the ambition of ensuring that prosperity is shared between everyone. The intuitive app has been created where everyday shoppers can buy items they desire from mainstream marketplaces to receive crypto cash back. These rewards are proportional based on the value of the purchases that are made and can be redeemed around the world. A business innovation plan submitted by Social Good Foundation Incorporated has received approval from uh, Yoroko, yeah, them, the governor of Tokyo. With this approval, it paves the way for the company to receive support from the Japanese government in the form of low interest loans, a reduction of patent related fees, and support for overseas expansion. Social Good Foundation Incorporated was founded by entre, serial entrepreneur um, Satoru Soichiro Taka Takaoka. I'm sorry. I'm just butchering these names. Who has run a fintech group since 2005. So I'm from what I'm gathering, this is essentially like a Japanese-based company then. So this is probably
Gee,
something that's going to be used more or less in Japan more than over here in the U.S. But I guess we could end up seeing it a lot more over here in the U.S. I think that's probably more of their aim, but I imagine it probably will flow better over in Japan during its launch, during its beginning phases.
yeah, which they can, that's cool that they're implementing that over there, right? But Coinbase has come out recently and said that they're going to implement the same thing with their platform. So I don't really know like if that's going to interfere with what Coinbase has got going on, because Coinbase is talking about how they got how they have
Well, I would say that
how they have a
this social
marketplace
goods
company.
app is kind of more of just like an e-commerce thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what Coinbase is saying though, is they're like getting ready to team up with like Walmart and Target and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, no, I know what you're saying because I'd been seeing the same thing. Um, I think they probably honestly won't end up having much issue with each other. I think it will probably make it harder for this social good company to um, to expand, but that also depends on you know how long it takes for Coinbase to get the what they're trying to do finalized and out there and people using it, right? If this social good company comes out and they even if a bigger company is doing the same thing, if this smaller company comes out and ends up expanding because that's their core focus to begin with, and they expand into uh, the larger markets, Coinbase might end up missing the note if they don't pick up the pace. Because I know when it comes to like their when it comes to their debit card, I know that they have rewards with that. I know that the crypto.com, it was like you get X% back, if you use your crypto card to pay for Spotify or Netflix, things like that. Um,
That's
when
cool. It would be a cool thing to see this company rise and expand. That would be cool. Maybe even Coinbase would even adapt and have it like where they could shop from over there through that platform on Coinbase or something. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Who knows? We'll see what happens. It's cool. It's cool that they're introducing that. I think that's pretty sweet. That's a very good implementation to show everybody in the world that blockchain technology and cryptocurrency is here to stay.
yeah, I mean, I think it should be blatantly obvious to people at this point that um,
It's the way of the future.
crypto's not going anywhere. It's not going to be going anywhere.
No, not anytime soon. And the
It's gonna
future is
have its
going.
up and downs. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely gonna have its up and downs.
If we see Bitcoin go any lower than 25,000, think of how many people are going to just spend money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get a very big majority that won't spend any money, and you might get a fat majority that goes all in, you know?
Right.
So we'll see what happens with the market. You know, obviously, you're right. It's going to have its ups and downs, it's going to have its good days, bad days. But it ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay. Blockchain technology is definitely here to stay. That's for sure. Like, look at that. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, Dogecoin's down 29, but the chart's nice. It doesn't look that bad. The only thing that looks bad is the paper hand selling.
Yeah, and that was the last main topic for today was Dogecoin.
To the moon.
There's been a lot of FUD coming out for Dogecoin here lately about how people think that it's just going to end up just flatlining because it's not receiving the media attention that it was before. There's even been an article saying about like how even if Elon was to come out and tweet that it just wouldn't do anything, and to comment on that to begin with, there was plenty of times that Elon had tweeted and nothing really
It
happened
didn't
with
do it.
Dogecoin. And now, especially with there being such a massive amount of people so upset with him, and some people downright saying that they hate him, I just don't think that him coming out and saying anything about I think him coming out and saying anything about Dogecoin, it'll have minimal impact because people just really won't know how to take it unless he said something really bad. Then people would probably just end up selling anyways, just because anytime that anyone of any influence says something, it generally ends up having a ripple effect.
Right. And so that should be uh, honest proof right there that Elon Musk doesn't really control the market. Even if he does tweet something, it's not going to do anything. Okay, that's cool. That's because um, when he was tweeting about it and people were going out and buying into it and going all crazy about it, it's essentially they were buying the hype, right? But Dogecoin is a solid project. So the FUD that's coming out is just really crazy to me. That these people, keep wanting to spread FUD about Dogecoin. Let's talk about Dogecoin. All right, Dogecoin is awesome, and people are mad about it. They can be mad about it, right? They're mad because they want to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, like Polkadot, and other things talked about, and not something that's not even a dollar, and something that they think is created as a joke. Granted, we're not at a dollar yet, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good investment. It's a solid investment, and it's a long term investment. You can get short term gains out of it too. Don't get me wrong. Definitely get a ton of short term gains out of it. Not so much lately, as it was when it was bouncing in the teens, right, in the 20s. You probably get a lot more play there. A couple months ago when the hype was there, for sure. Don't get me wrong, but it's a good, solid, stable investment. If you look at the chart, I mean, it's stable. It's going down a little bit, but that's the same way that every market is right now. Every market's going down right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I
if we bring it out to like the whole chart, right? I mean, here's essentially like the whole chart, uh, you know, going we'll just go ahead and start it from the beginning of the year, right?
All
So
right.
here's oops, sorry. All right, so here's the beginning of the year. All right, so we started out the beginning of the year essentially at the lowest low of a little over half a penny per Doge. All right.
Okay.
We spiked up to about 8.6, something like that. Because of the tweets and everything from Elon, and then we came back down and to about a low of 2 there for a little while, and then it bounced back up into the 4.5. It stayed around 4.5 cents for a while. Um, but really and honestly, if we start to look at if we look at it like this, here is that spike, right? So if we bring it up like this, you can see, at the very beginning of the year, it spiked up to about a penny and then it dwindled down to under a penny before it had its real big spike. But
Man,
here's the
but
thing. If you
look,
look,
just look at that chart, though. I mean, that
and that
chart is amazing.
well, here's what I'm going to say about this chart. So you see exactly how this chart is right now. So look how it is when I go to zoom it out. All right. So remember, this is what we were looking at just a moment ago, and look how similar it is in comparison to where we are right now. Okay. So
Yeah.
you really gotta look at it. If we go like this, hold on. We go like that. We can see here was the first one, right? We spiked up all the way to 48 cents, and then we dwindled all the way down to about 22 cents, right? Then we
Right.
spiked all the way up to almost 75 cents per token, and then we dwindled all the way back down to about 34 cents, and then we hung out at 50 cents for a while, and then we've slowly dissipated to where we're at right now. But if you compare that to where it was like this, I mean, those charts are honestly pretty, they're pretty similar. And I mean, it's just it's pretty interesting how similar they are.
Well,
Here's where it was from from November of last year to the very beginning of the year, and you see how this chart is. Then we bring it over here to Elon's tweet, and then it's very similar to what that was. The only reason why there's a real difference right here was actually because of this top peak was during the Super Bowl time. That's when this ended up happening, and then it stayed pretty flat there for pretty much a solid 2 months before it spiked up to the almost 50 cents and then spiked up to 75 cents almost, and then here we are right now at 29 cents. So realistically, if anything, near the beginning of July is when we could end up seeing another spike up, like how we did before, and it could even potentially be the 74 cents could be this come July potentially. I mean that's really speculative and that's really bullish, but what I'm saying is that it's been following a certain type of pattern, and so I think it's going to follow that pattern. I don't think we're going to have I don't think it's going to stay flat like this for that long again. I mean, I
No,
could be wrong, but I really don't think so. I think come the
you're
beginning of
not wrong.
July, I think that's when we're really going to see that run up.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's gonna run up. Are you familiar with the cryptocurrency exchange FTX?
No.
Okay, so there's a cryptocurrency exchange called FTX, correct? And so this this exchange, they obviously see an influx of good trades, good amount of money coming in and out of their platform. The chief executive, his name is Sam Bankman-Fried, or Fried, maybe, I don't know, Fried. I would pronounce it Fried, right? So Sam Bankman-Fried, the billionaire chief executive of cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has said Dogecoin is the asset of the year for 2020 and 2021. So, in light of all the bad news that's coming out, at least other billionaires are coming out saying, hey, despite that bad news, Dogecoin's the asset of the year, buddy. So, that's where everybody has made their money on all these exchanges. Any trader, for the most part. Yeah, they've made money in Bitcoin and other coins as well, but guarantee you they haven't maximized profits like they did on Dogecoin, especially if they got in around January and February and started trading really heavily around April. That's where they're, you know what I'm saying? They were making money. So there was people I've seen on Twitter around that time that had enough Doge that literally went and turned around and bought a house with their winnings. So that's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of fantastic stories about some of these, some of these smaller cryptos. There's a lot of fantastic
Well,
stories about Dogecoin.
that
Um,
article that I just read literally just came out at 6:50 p.m. So almost just under, or just a little under an hour ago. That article was released on Forbes.com. So hopefully that news, when it starts breaking its wave, more articles or more companies pick it up and start sharing it. Hopefully it'll put some good news into people's heads, and maybe they'll go out and invest some money into Dogecoin tonight.
yeah, maybe so. I mean, we're going
Well,
into the weekend, and I know a lot of people have been really worried about the weekends, but really and honestly, I mean, the weekends have actually been staying pretty stable. I mean, yeah, we've seen like downtrends on the weekends, but they haven't been strong ones. They've been just minimal downtrends, maybe like 2% across the market, right?
right.
And then Monday comes around and it'll do one of two things. Either it'll pump up by like 3%, or it'll drop by a couple of percent, and then by the end of the day it's normally flat. That's usually how the weekends and then Monday ends up going, and then Tuesday we start to see a bit more of a run up.
Yeah, I don't know. I see that news right there. breaking out and people, going and spending some money on Dogecoin tonight. Like you said, it's the weekend. We're going to see some people spend some money. Today's Friday. Guarantee you a lot of people got paid. So chances are we might see, some people spending some money. I mean, I've seen a couple of people that I follow on Twitter past couple of days. Somebody I know went and just put $2,500 down on Dogecoin today. So, right now it's a buying opportunity. At 29 cents, you'd be a fool not to. I mean, I don't have the extra money, so I'm not going to run right out and just spend, money that I don't have. But whatever, I'm happy to see where Dogecoin's going to take us. I really am. It's going to be a very good thing, and a lot of people can be mad about Dogecoin all they want, but it's the people's currency. It's been proclaimed as the people's currency for many years.
So if we look at the depth chart over here on Dogecoin, we can see you can see where the buy to sell ratio is, right? So right now they're kind of gridlocked at 27 to 31 cents. So that means that generally speaking, we're going to be seeing it try and bounce between 27 and 31 cents here for the next little while. Um, because you see these steps right here, and it's just these steps are essentially like levels of support. So you can see that in order for it to get to 25, that means that essentially it would have to get up to it, in order for it to drop down to 25, that means it would have to break all these steps, right? So it's gonna have to break this one first, the 28. It has to go under 28, then it has to go under 27, then under 26. So these steps, that's essentially what you can say is like, support. So you can see the biggest steps that there are actually is 25 and 27. So if we break under 27, we could see it try to break to 25 in a downwards trend, but it's just too much work to do in comparison to where it's going on in the sales. And the sales, especially like if we go ahead and we zoom out, right? So we zoom out, you can see that the mass amount of sales are at $1. That's really where it's at. That's where people are wanting to sell. Everyone wants to sell when it hits $1. That's because that's where you see 10 million. That 10 million, that means that those are orders that are already placed. They're already set there. 11 million, 11.6. People are setting it for $1 because
Good.
that's the
Trying to
goal.
drive the price up,
So you can see that when it comes to the whole like buy to sell ratio, right now where we're at right now, this part right here being in this 31 to 20 to 27 ratio, that's where it's gonna bounce at right now. If it goes below 27 cents per coin, then we might see it try and trail down onto 25. And if it trails on down to 25, I don't care if I don't really have the money to or not, I'll be buying. So that's just me. But I just don't think it'll even make it there because there's too much support for it, and especially when you can consider the the volume and the sales.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I agree
No.
100%.
What have I done?
I have no clue what you have done. What did you do? Oh, you logged out.
No, I didn't log out. I just
I personally, I don't know. I see nothing but good coming for Dogecoin. So, yeah, like obviously we're gonna see it bounce in between where it's at right now for a minute. I just think that personally, Dogecoin is going to surprise a lot of people who really don't believe in the project, right? So there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in Dogecoin because it's a meme coin or a meme, project, blah, blah, whatever. Okay, so I personally just have to say that because of the fact that the community is so fun and so loving and actually like really generous and just good-hearted people for the most part. I haven't met one bad person. I mean, I met a few sour apples that had got all mad at me about little dumb stuff or something. Anyways, there's some really good people out there in the Dogecoin community, and the fact that is like what stands out of most of anything, I think, is what draws the majority of the people to Dogecoin. Is that the fact of the matter that the community is so awesome. They're a bunch of fun, loving, like jokesters. They love to have fun, right? They love to joke around, and that's where we're kind of been at in the past couple of years with people's mentality. It's like everything becomes a meme, or everything gets kind of joked about, right? In order to kind of deal with the other feelings that it comes with. So I kind of feel like that the people who you would go on Facebook and see, being like calling themselves like a meme lord or something, right? Their communities, those people that do that stuff on Facebook and have, hundreds of thousands of followers because they post fucking shit memes all day, or or just joke memes all day, and don't have like any real business going on Facebook besides, just posting the memes that you would share with your friends, right? And I think that those communities are very strong on social media. And the fact that those communities align with the fact that Dogecoin was created off of a meme is what attracts the majority of the younger crowd right to Dogecoin.
Yeah, you could definitely say that, when it comes to um, Dogecoin, it's primarily bought up by, or not primarily bought up, but it's primarily followed by the younger community.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I know a lot of people too, though, that I follow on Facebook or Twitter. My bad. That are actually in their late 30s and 40s as well. That are all about Dogecoin more than I am, and they have way more money, or more than I am, or more than anybody I really know personally, and have more money invested into Dogecoin than a lot of people that I know. So, it just really depends. It may not be for everybody, but once they open up to it, they won't be against it. They'd actually be all about it. So I think it pulls people in. The more research that they do, and the more they find out about what Dogecoin is and what it represents. Do only good every day, So it's not like they're pushing a bad sentiment or anything like that, right? So how can you be against something that's so positive?
Right. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Dogecoin community, I mean, it's primarily positive. I mean, I very seldomly do you hear a lot of negativity coming from anyone
Well,
in Dogecoin.
more or less lately now, with all this crap going on and all this FUD coming out, you might hear more drama than you ever have, but at the same time, for the most part, it's peaceful as hell.
Yeah, generally
Peaceful.
speaking, you don't hear any negative things coming out of that community.
No, not for the most part. Seriously, like everybody's all about spreading good vibes and trying to, like solve differences and stuff like that. Like recently, I think I seen Safe Moon and Dogecoin have kind of almost squashed their beef, I believe. Like I see the Safe Moon and Dogecoin communities coming together more right now. So That's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, a couple months back, like when I first was really heavily into crypto, it was all Dogecoin, and like I think I mentioned this before on the show, but Safe Moon account had pretended to be Matt Wallace, the YouTube influencer for Dogecoin, and had pretended to be him, dressed his account up just to look exactly like Matt's, right? And then tricked a bunch of people I know personally into sending Dogecoin as donations for a giveaway. Well, then they blocked these people and then turned their account into a Safe Moon account. So for a second there, I was kind of against Safe Moon and everything they were until they made things right. But then they came out and kind of squashed the beef with the Dogecoin community recently. So.
Yeah, that's definitely what's up. I just thought I'd pull them up here on the chart real fast.
Yeah,
Figured we could
Safe
take a
Moon's
quick
doing
look at
good.
them.
Well, when that Safe Moon wallet drops, man, that's when we really need to watch the charts because then you're going to be able to hold all these BSC gems in your Safe Moon wallet, and you're going to be able to hold Dogecoin in your Safe Moon wallet, and I think you're even going to be able to stake it there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential in that SafeMoon wallet. What was that new token that you wanted to talk about today? Is it on CoinMarketCap?
It might be. All right. So I guess that's the next topic then, right? Let's wrap it up with Dogecoin and move into this new project.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just start looking into the small projects. While you're getting that pulled up, I'll go ahead and I'll just pull up Burn One. We'll see how they're doing today.
They're doing pretty good today. I've been watching the chart on them today. They're not doing too bad. They're not up like they were last night.
Yeah, but I mean they're still doing. I mean they
They,
had a pretty good recovery here on this later half of the day, I would say.
they were up 56 or something like that percent last night. Burn One was. Uh, but if you want to pull up one of the new projects that I was talking about today, we can go ahead and try and give them a check and see if they're on Coin Market Cap. I was actually contacted by a few coins or projects and asked to help bring some light. This first one, though, I really wanted to talk about because they're pretty cool, pretty legit. Everything seems super legit about them right now. Let's type in their name. The name of this BSC gem is called Safe Ghost Face Coin. Okay.
Nope, they aren't on here.
Safe Ghost Face Coin. So I'll pull up some stuff. I'll send you a link here in a second. And I'll send you a link to their page. Let me grab it out of my Twitter inbox real quick and shoot that over to you. Safe Ghost Face Coin, though, they're actually pretty awesome project. So basically, what they are.
Oh yeah, that's right. They haven't launched yet, isn't that right?
No, they have not launched yet.
Well, then that would be why I haven't been able to pull them up.
Well, no, you might be able to pull up the project. That's why I was trying to send you the link on Twitter. So tomorrow they start trading in the afternoon, on Saturday afternoon. Okay. This is what I want to do. So Saturday afternoon they start trading. The total supply is 25 quintillion. They will be available on PancakeSwap. They have an audit and a white paper in progress. And so pretty much the idea of this coin is to be used on the hacker network. Okay? It's the most powerful hacker currency in history, is what their Twitter says. And so let me go ahead and shoot that over to you so you can pull that up. There it goes. It's sent to you in Twitter if you want to go ahead and try and bring up their page on the screen there. So the most powerful hacker currency in history is about to be created is their bio on Twitter. Safe Ghostface Coin. If you want to check them out, type in at symbol safe _ Ghostface. So their reflection is 5% to holders and 5% burn. So they also have destroyed 75% of the tokens. 20% has been added to the flow pool, 4.5 as an award to the winner. 0.5% goes to sponsorship money. And then they have the contract address, June 19th at 1400 Universal Time Code is the launch date. That is safe Ghostface coin once again. It's actually just shared on my Twitter right now. They had an airdrop just recently, 10 million safe ghost tokens up for grabs. So go ahead and check that out. And I just retweeted their Twitter if you guys are following me on, or their Telegram if you guys are following me on Twitter. Check it out. Safe Ghostface coin. This coins are awesome. I think it's pretty cool that they're launching a token that's going to be used on the Hacker Network. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on them and see how they are moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. I have a giveaway actually coming for them. I missed 2 giveaways announcing the winners doing the show here, but that's fine. When I get off the show, I'll announce all the winners, and then I'm actually going to be running a giveaway for safe Ghostface coin here. I haven't decided the pot yet, so details will be announced after the show on my Twitter. You can check that out, revolt_tyranny, if you guys are listening and you're interested. But yeah, this is definitely a good coin to check it out. Seriously, the pool is locked and will never be removed. 5% dividends and 5% burn for every transaction. So I think they got a good thing going on here, especially if they have, 100 quintillion, I believe it is, or some crazy number like that, and then they destroyed 70% of the supply. So
yeah, I've seen on PooCoin it showed that they had like 100 quintillion or something like that. So we'll just, I imagine once they go to do their launch, we'll see if that updates or not. And then
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely a worthy project to look into. I think people are gonna find a good time, or not a good time. I think they're gonna find a good investment there, and as long as they, do their own research, if it's what it all boils down to. Most people invest and don't do enough research, and then get all mad when they don't maximize their profits because they didn't do enough research on the project, So
ClueCoin's not looking too hot today. It hasn't
ClueCoin?
Yeah, it looks like the past 3 days here. Well, let's see. I went ahead and I pulled up, I guess, the past 2 days. Yeah, I pulled up the past 2 days. And there was a pretty significant drop there.
Yeah, I mean, all market, look, all these coins, most of these coins that are coming out right here, like ClueCoin and all that stuff, they're all tracked by Binance. So if Binance goes down, these go down. Because they're all on the Binance Smart Chain. You know what I'm saying? So they're all powered by Binance regardless at the end of the day. So if Binance goes down, then all these coins are going to go down with it.
Yeah, I guess really the you kind of got to look at it like now might be a good time to make your coin if you were going to make one, just because BNB is so cheap.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it probably wouldn't take that much to actually, purchase the liquidity to make a coin, at this moment. But there's so many projects coming out right now, which is not a bad thing. It's overflooding the space. What I wanted to say in the beginning, when we were talking about Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies, main ones, is that I kind of feel that in the next 6 to 8 months, like we were talking last time too, that we might see a lot of these projects fail, and a lot more people might run back to bigger cryptos. So,
Yeah,
um,
I completely agree with that. I think a lot of these projects that are happening that have just started, right? Not some of these older projects, but like not even necessarily Clutecoin, but just some of these newer projects that are either a ridiculous sounding or
well, not
they just kind of made it for
necessarily.
fun. It
I
just kind
wouldn't
of depends.
necessarily say some of the ones that are ridiculous sounding, because like here we go again. Herpes or queef token for that
When I mean ridiculous sounding, I'm meaning like
that
somebody
really
that's
spread
like
no
safe
purpose.
Doge Moon rocket or something like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, let's kind of. I don't really want to say this, but Cummies is whatever. It's I'm not gonna go any further than that. But that thing is. I thought it was gonna be a freaking disaster, and that thing is like completely took off. So some of these joke coins can actually serve like a real good purpose, but a lot of them are just kind of something that I overlook a lot of them. Like I actually got invested in this one called Super Doge, which is actually kind of cool. I don't really want to invest in any other Dogecoin or anything like that or Shiba
There
stuff,
was apparently a Polka Doge that was doing real good, or Polka Dog, or something like that.
But I know this Super Doge one has got like a comic book and NFT series and all that stuff coming out. So that's why I got into it because I was like, well, that's kind of cool. If this is gonna power their NFT chain and their comic book stuff, that's kind of cool. I get behind that.
Right.
But like getting into all these other like freaking Boston Terrier, elephantitis, black dog token or something, like no. Something stupid like that. Nah, yeah. I mean, I got a couple stupid tokens in my wallet that I'm about to like probably check out, and if they're not doing so hot, I'm probably going to just get off of them and get what I can out of them. But other than that, yeah, like I'm really trying to be aware of what I'm investing in right now because a lot of these PS
Whoa.
projects could be some rugs.
What is this? Just liquidity.
What is it?
Uh, just liquidity. Apparently it had a huge jump in its market cap today.
Huh? Never heard of it. Just
Neither,
liquidity.
yeah, neither had I. But apparently its market cap jumped up by 318%.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow.
says shows it right here. I clicked on the 24-hour, and we see it. It's up by 318%. On its market cap. Doesn't have very many. It looks like I think how many did it say it had again? Can't remember. Oh yeah, it only has 1 million as the max supply, and then it's got 963,000 that I guess are currently out.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so it's got a really small
You want to talk about something
quantity.
that has a real scarce supply? Go ahead and check this one up. This one will pull up. It's called Hold Gold. The ticker would be HDLS, and it should come up as Blood Diamond.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Mhm. You're not gonna find it on Coin Market Cap
Oh,
or
it
anything.
needs it's gonna have to be
It's
on
yeah, Blue Coins probably.
right.
And the reason being is because they're not listing it on any major exchanges. They don't want that, which is awesome. To me, that's kind of awesome. They want to be completely 100% decentralized. So listing themselves on like Pancake Swap or something like that makes it 100% decentralized.
Right. I guess we'll just kind of have to see. I mean,
Dude, this project,
they only have a total supply of 2,000 coins, so
yeah, they did that on purpose. It's awesome. Okay, so holds gold, blood diamond, ticker symbol HDLS. They had a launch on June 6th, right? Only 2,000 supply, like you said. Started trading on June 6th at 29 cents. Okay. This freaking thing jumped to $180 a coin within 8 days. 8 days, man. That to me is gnarly. That is fat profits right there. Imagine if you would have spent, like, let's say, $50 on it the first day it came out at 29 cents. Then all of a sudden, 8 days later, it hits, 180. Dude, you're sitting on some pretty nice money right there. And
yeah.
today, lately, a couple of paper hands been getting rid of it, as you can see. A lot of people just selling out over here, but it's a good project. Yeah, granted, there's only 2,000 max supply. I think they just did a burn too. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I think they even burned some, like 9. I don't know. What is it? 2 million in supply. So, or 2,000 in supply. I think they just burned like 900 of them or something like that.
There's 163 wallets.
Yeah, and so I'm not I know he was trying to, the goal of the project is to make it scarce and make it like a extreme commodity, right? Like Bitcoin. Then they have a new project though that's being launched on July 20th called Holds Gold, which is HDLG. That will have a scarce supply too, but way more than what the blood diamonds have. And so the goal with that is pretty much to, power the blood diamond or track the blood diamond. You invest in their tracking the blood diamond in a sense, which is awesome, man. They have a pretty good solid project, dude. I really like their project. I should have invested because I was watching it, and when it hit the market, I was like 29 cents. I was like, dang, man. I'm like, oh, okay, I should invest. And I was like, it might come down, thinking in my head, since it's a new project, they're starting out at 29 cents. I'm like thinking it might come down, right? Because, not saying that no one knew who they were or anything, but it's just a new project, right? So I'm like, dang, it might come down. They didn't come down. So I didn't really get to invest. I missed my opportunity. But
Yeah,
when
that's why you really got to make sure that you're paying attention to these smaller contracts.
Yeah, no doubt, because some of these tokens and coins that are coming out right now are actually really doing some big freaking numbers, my friend. Some big numbers, turning average day workers into millionaires right now. Every minute. You never know. Like
Yeah, you
Burn
never
one?
never know. You never know when you might have struck gold on the right coin or on
No,
the right
seriously, no
token.
doubt, no doubt. Had I invested, I would have put like $5 or $6 in there. Had I really thought it was going to hit $180 in 8 days, I'd have probably put $5 or $6 in at 29 cents, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and been sitting on probably good, 100, $200 maybe. Who knows? You
Yeah.
know, maybe 60, $70, whatever. It don't matter, but profits would have been profits.
Yeah, I mean for sure. I mean you you really got to pay attention. I mean, especially out in these DeFi markets, these DeFi markets are just there's all it takes is hearing about one coin at the right time and it could easily end up, giving you life-changing wealth.
Dude, like we were talking about Burr one a minute ago, right? Like I said last night, I took a screenshot of it, posted it on Twitter. Burn One was up 56% last night. That thing had I was looking like, holy moly. This might be like one of the best projects I've ever invested in. But I mean, because Binance token itself is down 3.9% and it's sitting at 337.95, we're seeing everything have a slow decrease because it's powered by Binance. I mean, every token I'm looking at, I don't see one besides Tether, US dollar token, that has a positive sign next to it. Oh, Safe BTC does. Oh, Gorilla Diamond does too. They're good projects. Those two are really good projects. Safe BTC, people said it was a rug pull, and I went and looked, did my diligence on it, and no, it's not a rug pull. Oh, Yushi token, you ever heard of that one?
Yushi?
Yeah, YOOSHI. It's an NFT space. Cool area. You should check it out. But yeah, they're doing good. They're up 20.42% right now on the 1-day chart.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. On the 1-hour chart, looks really nice. Just an upward slope. Another one is Bong Weed Coin. I think we talked about before.
Yeah, I think we've brought them up before.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're okay. So that one, Yushi token, and Gorilla Diamond and Safe BTC are literally the only projects in my wallet that have a plus sign. Everything else is not doing so hot. Well, there's this other one though that I've really been interested in, and I kind of mad at myself I didn't invest in it the other night because it went up a whole point. It's called 3 times short Bitcoin token. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. It's called Bear, or it's the Bear token. But those things, man, those things are doing phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't heard of the last one. Can we look them up right now?
Yeah. They're tracking on all sorts of stuff, man.
What were they again?
3 times short, so 3x short Bitcoin token.
Oh yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, they're not, dude. These tokens aren't nothing to play with. So these are for primarily like your aggressive investor, right? This is what I imagine. This is for an aggressive investor because you're 3 timesing your short Bitcoin. You know, you're shorting Bitcoin on a 3 times. I don't know exactly, and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but this is what it seems to me.
So look at this. You can see on the past 7 days it's been on an uptrend, and then if we go and we compare that to
because it tracks shorting the short sales, I think, or something of that nature, or the short trades or the shorts, however it is designed. But I think it tracks that at a 3 times on the Bitcoin, you know, so it tracks like something of that nature. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that when I was looking into stocks, that like 3 times or 10 times stocks, you know, like this short bit SPLE ETF tracker or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it have like 3 times or 10 times Nasdaq trackers that are stocks that you can invest in, and they're for like you're supposed to be able to 10 times your money in a short amount of period of time, you know. And then they even have longs too. They do have a 3 times long Bitcoin token, and a 3 times long Ethereum token, and a 3 times, you know. So it's something that you're supposed to be able to increase profits rapidly.
Right. So you see what the what their chart looks like, and then I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to the current Bitcoin chart and look look at the look at the flip. Almost a perfect flip.
Oh wow, ain't that wild? Wow.
You see over here where it's like, you know, flat,
So
flat, flat, and then it goes up a whole bunch, and then if we come back over here to coin market cap, you know, you can see where it's you know, like where it does the same thing on the reverse. So when Bitcoin went up, it went down, and then as Bitcoin went down, it went up. You know, I mean, it's basically the same. Like what you see right here on this chart was the same on the other one, and then as
yeah, no,
this went down, they went up. I mean, it's the arcs are almost perfectly similar. So I mean, you know,
right, and so with that, with the way that looks, it looks like it could even track like when Bitcoin goes down, that this tracks up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, this tracks up, and that means that Bitcoin's going down.
Yeah. So I get okay. So I mean, it says right here in Trust Wallet, it says it's a BEP token which seeks a return that corresponds to 3 times the daily return of Bitcoin. That's what it's meant for. And the website is ftx.com. That's where you would get this token. But I mean, it has a 24-hour volume of $3 million. So total supply is 178,313. So I mean, it's trading at 0.0013. So right now would be a pretty good time to get in if you wanted to, you know, get some money out of it.
I mean, in order to get some money out of it, that means that you're hedging that Bitcoin's going to continue to go down.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just saying that this token, but there's also the bull token too, though, is what I was trying to get at earlier.
Mm.
There's bear, and there's bull token. So you could look up 3 times short bull Bitcoin token bull, and it'll be the bull version of it. So it'd probably match this graph right here of Bitcoin actually.
Right.
Like when I type it in, 3x Bitcoin. Three X. They got a 3x Bitcoin token bear, 3x XRP token bear. They got a 3x long Bitcoin token bull. They have 3x long Ethereum token ETH bull. So they got a lot of stuff here, man. A lot of different options that you can choose from. You can get into some bull or some bear markets, however you decide. But like the 3 times long Bitcoin token for the bull version is $6,352 a coin.
Right.
Yeah, so like I mean it's you know
Yeah.
and it
No, I
does.
mean,
If you look at it, it does kind of match the Bitcoin chart a little bit. It goes up and then it comes down.
yeah. It's definitely it's not as prominent as that other one was, but you can still see it.
Yeah, you can see it. It's kind of similar. I mean, it's when I'm looking at yours, I'm watching the YouTube screen right now, and then I'm looking um at my chart, and it actually resembles quite similar to that Bitcoin chart. But I mean, that's a pretty good price right there. It started out trading at looks like maybe around like $900. So yeah, maybe. Oh no, they started out at 10,000,
They
and
got
then
all the way up to 20K August of 2020, and then I don't. I guess some people sold out on the
you know what probably
on this
happened.
Amon Bitcoin long chart daily.
Holy crap! They hit up to 108,000. Holy moly! 105,000. They were not playing though. You know what I think happened back then in the early stages of 2020 is somebody just was like, yeah, guess what, bye, and just took off with profits, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
That's
pretty much exactly what happened there.
that's
Uh, Here's
that looks.
the Bitcoin long token chart. You can see it actually ended up reaching all the way up to what was 116,000.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was just actually looking at. To be
Yeah,
honest
it
with
was.
you. Yeah.
But I mean, the total supply. I mean, it looks like they definitely tried to make sure that it ends up correlating very well with Bitcoin. But the only kind of funny thing is that it's an Ethereum contract.
Yeah. Which, well, on mine it shows that it's a BEP20 token.
Ah, there's probably multiple. So I mean,
They probably do have it on ERC20, as a matter of fact, which wouldn't obviously they're gonna do something like that. Anyways, it would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, those are like really the only coins that are positive right now, which is kind of shocking. I was hoping to see Burn One be positive, or Boob, or even Hold Token's been pretty down lately, which is kind of shocking to me. I do have some Elon Gate now. That's not doing so hot. But yeah, you should.
yeah, it's a dirty market. I mean, we go over here to the worst for the day. This Pools Finance, they dropped 27% in 24 hours. Chain Swap dropped
What?
21% in 24 hours. Billion Happiness dropped 20% in 24 hours. They've dropped 29% in 7 days. Uh, Orkai Chain Token 19%. Shield Protocol 17%. Uni Marshall 17%. Beefy
Dude,
Finance 50%. Bridge Oracle 15%. Division Network 12%. I obviously specifically have it set, but what I'm saying is there's just there's a lot of markets that some of them. I mean, like look, this Division Network, they're up at 390, and I know that that's not very high, but look, here's the graph, 88. I personally have some graph,
hey,
and
scroll back up and hit that 24-hour again. I want to see what's taking the top charts though.
yeah,
What's
remember it was just liquidity.
That's it? That's it.
That's
That was green.
And then you got Moon Trust. They're up 50%, but they're up 150% for the past 7 days.
All right, so what's the one that's at 1% right there?
Spore.
Sport? Okay, I heard about them. They actually just launched, I think, recently, past couple of days. They see.
No,
They
this Spore launched. Looks like it launched back in April.
Oh, they might have launched. Maybe I just noticed them the other day. I don't know. I seen something being shared on my Twitter about Spore Finance airdrop. So if you get a chance, go check them out. Spore Finance, I think is that who this is? Is Spore Finance?
I don't know.
Maybe not. I
Spore
don't know.
or no, it looks like they're connected with. Yeah, this is their page. Spore. They're just straight up Spore. I don't think they're Spore Finance.
No, Spore Finance at all? Is that what it is? Spore.finance?
No, it's Spore.earth actually.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, I think that is the same one, though, because that was the picture that was on this profile. Do they have a Twitter? Link to their Twitter there, maybe?
Oh,
Because that was the same picture right there at the tokenomics that was on the Twitter. So But yeah, I think that's the same one. But they seem like they'd be doing a pretty good, promising project. I haven't really looked into them, so
Well,
I have
Spore
to.
Project, they have 28,000
Yeah,
followers.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Oh,
Then that might, yeah, maybe that's maybe
Spore
Spore
Project.
Finance is a branch of theirs within Spore.
No, not Spore Finance. I mispronounced it. It's Spore Project. That's the one.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Yep, that would be the one. Yeah, I think they had something about an airdrop or something, or
Yeah. See right here, there's a oh nope, no airdrop right now from them apparently.
claim airdrop. You
Let's
probably have to
see.
connect your MetaMask and stuff like that. But
So the current burn rate is 6% is burned on every Binance transaction, and then 4.6% is burned on Avalanche, and then you get 1.6 is redistributed to holders on Avalanche. But
oh, okay.
on BTC or on BTC on BSC, um, you you there's just a 6% burn. You don't get you don't see any reflection on that. I'm guessing.
Huh. Right on. I guess that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It's the next generation NFT prediction market. Supposedly, that's algorithm al-
Algorithm.
algorithmically generated NFTs, reflection tokens, spores, and ecosystem that includes those things that I just listed off.
Right.
But yeah, I think we've pretty well covered most of the topics today. If there was anything else that you wanted to talk about before we ended up closing out the show, now would be the time.
All right. The only thing I have to say before we close out the show is, guys, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. I want to thank all the viewers every time, obviously. Thank you for X8 for having, this amazing platform set up so we can do this for you guys. And real quick, though, be sure to check the Twitter out. Revolt Tyranny, Safe Ghostface Coin giveaway, and winners will be announced for my other giveaways here momentarily. And then I have another big giveaway coming up for Crypto Invest TV. I don't even think X8 knows about this. So stay tuned to the Twitter and the channel for that, guys. Take care. Have a good Friday night. Be safe.
All right, everyone, you've heard it here. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.